Hi, I'm Julia, and today I'm presenting the work entitled Growth, Longevity, and Mortality of Pink Shrimps Farfantepenaeus brasiliensis and Farfantepenaeus paulensis in southeastern Brazil. Pink shrimps are a highly exploited fishing resource on the Brazilian southern and southeastern coasts. Two fleet types targets these organisms. The industrial fleet targets adults in the offshore area, and the artisanal fleet targets juveniles in estuaries and coastal lagoons. Information about the age of target organisms in fisheries is important to calculate aspects like longevity, growth rate, and mortality, which directly impacts on natural populations. A few more studies were conducted along the Brazilian coast for these species, but the studied areas were either coastal lagoons or estuarine complexes with extensive mangrove formations. This is not the case of our study area, Ubatuba Bay, which has small estuaries. These species are also captured as bycatch of the sea bulb shrimp Schiphopinus croyeri, which population is already overexploited in Ubatuba. We believe these aspects are shaping this species' populational parameters, so we used length frequency analysis to estimate for both sexes of both species their growth and longevity, total natural and fishing mortality, and exploitation rates. Ubatuba Bay is located in the northern coast of São Paulo state, southeastern Brazil, and it's a traditional sea bulb shrimp fishing area. Samples were collected monthly from January to December 2000 with a shrimp fishing boat equipped with the buried nets. 9 transects were trawled, 4 in the internal area of the bay and 5 in the external area, and each trawl was carried out for 30 minutes. Shrimps were identified according to Pérez-Farfante and Kensley, and then the carapace length was obtained with a digital caliper. A Van Doren bottle was also used to sample bottom water in order to obtain values of temperature. For each month, the frequency of carapace length was distributed in 1 mm size classes, and modes were calculated with peak fit. All the chosen cohorts were adjusted to the F.A.M growth function. An F-test was applied to compare growth curves between sexes and assess if a single curve could describe this species' growth. The longevity was calculated using the F.A.M inverse equation modified by Dincal and Fonseca. The total mortality was estimated using length-converted catch curves, and these catch curves were compared by ANCOVA. The natural mortality was estimated from the mean value found from the methods of Pauli and Taylor. The fishing mortality was calculated by the difference of total and natural mortality, and the exploitation rate was calculated by the ratio between fishing mortality and total mortality. Overall, females reached larger asymptotic sizes than males, which is common for pinnate shrimps, and the asymptotic sizes we found in this study were smaller than the ones available in the literature, probably because, unlike those studies, we also sampled during the closed season, period in which these shrimps are recruiting. Therefore, we included more juveniles in the analysis. Males of both species presented the same longevity. However, females of F. brasiliensis live up to 3 months longer than males, while females of F. paulensis live a month less. This is worrisome if these females haven't had the opportunity to spawn. The growth rates we found in this study were smaller than the values available in the literature. Natural mortality was slightly higher for males because since they're smaller, they're more likely to be predated, while fishing mortality was higher for females because since they're larger, they're more likely to be captured by the trawling gear. The exploitation rates found in this study were all higher than 0.5, which indicates that both stocks were overexploited at the sampling time. This is worrisome because, as I said before, Ubatuba Bay is an auxiliary nursery area for pink shrimps. Both species uses the bay to complete their juvenile development, and it leaves a question. After 20 years of closed seasons, did it work? Which is the current stock status? Are these populations protected? Data from the Fisheries Institute of São Paulo showed a great variation of landing through the years. So the results we obtained are really important to compare with current results that should be provided by new studies to assess if adjustments in legislation are needed so we can protect this important economic and biological resource. We would like to thank the São Paulo Research Foundation, the National Council for Scientific and Technological Development, and the higher education personnel for funding this research. I would personally like to thank the São Paulo Research Foundation for my doctorate scholarship, and we would like to thank the teams of LabCan and BAC for assistance in fieldwork, and the Faculty of Sciences and the Biosciences Institute of the São Paulo State University for all the support. Thank you so much for watching this presentation.